Hey there, happy day. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. How do you strike a happy medium to supersize and grow your business? I say strike a happy medium to supersize and grow your business. This expression, of course, means to find a compromise or find a solution to a problem between two opposing sides, usually somewhere in the middle. Now, not always somewhere in the middle, but this expression means to find common ground somewhere in the middle, and some people win, some people lose, is what it is implying. To me, it's negotiation. It's coming up with a compromise, coming up with a solution where everybody wins, versus thinking one person wins and another person loses. A lot of times when I hear the word negotiate, or when people hear the word negotiate or compromise, they think of what they're giving up instead of what they're gaining. I was in the real estate business for a long time with my ex-husband, and it was interesting to step back and watch the different transactions that we were involved in and the different negotiations. Some negotiations you would go into, both sides weren't really emotionally invested in the process, and they tended to be able to look at the situation, just split it down the middle and get the deal done. Other situations where people's egos were involved, or where they were emotionally invested in the process or the deal or the situation, egos would get involved, and whole, multi-million-dollar deals would fall apart over a couple hundred or a couple $1,000 disagreement, instead of somebody saying, hey, it's only $100, or it's only $5,000, let's split it, or I'll go ahead and pay it. The whole deal would fall through. I can't tell you how many times in corporate America and in real estate and in different industries I watched that happen in horror, actually, because people don't always have the ability to step back and take a bigger picture view. So in your business, as you're coming up with solutions to problems, as you're negotiating differences between different departments or different people or vendors or with customers, keep in mind the big picture. Step back, and instead of just saying it's not my responsibility, which is the worst position, or splitting the difference, or doing something that just pops into your head fast, think about all the infinite possibilities that there are for coming up with a solution or an option where everybody feels like they won. And they're almost always available. There's almost always some answer, some solution, a creative one, that everybody can feel like they won in this situation. And I challenge you, as you're growing and supersizing your business, to always look for those. Always look for those solutions out of the ordinary and creative that make everybody feel like a winner. And when you do that, especially with your customers and from a customer service standpoint, and from even with your vendors and your employees too, you'll always get a better outcome, and your business will grow as a result of that, because it's all about how you make people feel when they interact with you in your business. If people have positive, good feelings because they interacted and had an experience with you, they will continue to do business with you. If they have any sort of a feeling that it wasn't a good transaction or a smooth transaction, or they felt a little icky about it, even icky, I know, technical term, right? They will, or there wasn't everything wasn't above board, or you weren't trustworthy, they won't do business with you. And guess what? The worst part is they'll go tell everybody they know about it, and they might not even be able to describe what was off about it, but if something's off about it, or if they feel like they were wronged in some way, or they didn't get a good deal, and that's why striking a happy medium, just splitting the difference down the middle, a lot of times it isn't the best solution. It's always best to do whatever you can to make people feel happy. You might, and it doesn't mean giving away the farm. It doesn't mean the customer is always right. I hate that expression. The customer is always right, because they're not. Sometimes they are out. Remember, just like everybody else, everybody is out to take care of themselves. And sometimes customers will misrepresent, just like sometimes some businesses will misrepresent or have rules and guidelines that don't make sense in the long run, that have just been on the books for a long time. So strike a happy medium, negotiate, compromise, seek win-win solutions every time, and see how fast your business grows. That's it. Have an amazing day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. Where does it come from? What does it mean? Or what could it mean to you and growing your business?